You're watching Barnstable this morning. Joining me this morning, I have Marianne Matthews. She is the Esprit Director, and I have Kristen Leonard here. Kristen is the President of Club Esprit. Thank you both so much for joining us today. I'm excited to learn all about the Esprit program. Marianne, if we can start with you, tell me a little bit about the goal of the Esprit program. I know it was developed about 8 years ago. Talk to me a little bit about the purpose.
It was in the very beginning of 2008 when a group of families organized to develop some kind of a support association for their sons and daughters who were living independently after some preparatory program and training, but still needed supports of various types and a social network because they became easily isolated when they were out of school and organized programs. So the parents did come together. We formed a corporation and began the operation of providing the supports in February of 2008.
Wow, so it's a relatively young organization.
It is.
Very exciting stuff. You actually recently addressed the Recreation Commission, I believe.
We did.
And told them all about your program. Talk to me about some of the things that the Esprit program does.
Our basic service and our main service that we were created to provide is supported independent living. And it's for individuals, adults, over the age of about 20, with varying types of disabilities, including learning disabilities, developmental disabilities, and those related. Because of the nature of the supports being provided in the homes, apartments, condominiums, or houses where people choose to reside, we have to limit our program to individuals who are able to live at that level of independence for the most part. However, we can individualize the supports to provide just a few hours a week or many hours a week, depending again on the individualized needs. So when someone applies to us, we do an assessment of their adult living skills, and of course we collaborate very closely with the family with record reviews and their wishes and desires for their sons or daughters lifelong. So we look at this very much as a collaboration and partnership with families.
It's so interesting, too, because this is such a necessary thing. There really aren't that many opportunities in the community for this type of outlet. It must cost a lot of money to run this program. How do you raise the funds necessary?
Unfortunately, we have to say that the costs are private. We aren't funded by any state department for the individualized support services. So we try to work with the families to determine exactly what is needed and has to be a cost to them and what isn't needed. So if there are other ways to help them with costs of the independent living process, we assist. We can assist with all kinds of benefit applications and reviews, and that includes Social Security, mass health insurance, heating assistance, housing assistance, food stamps, depending again on what the individual wants and needs.
Sounds like you guys become kind of an expert in the field of helping connect individuals to resources as well, which is sometimes very challenging and overwhelming for families looking for assistance like this.
We do. I get a lot of calls asking, where do I start, what can I do? And so providing the information on the public benefits and how we can help, even though we do have fees for our services, at least is some form of assistance.
Yeah, very important. And then Kristen, you are the president of the Club Esprit. Tell me a little bit about what Club Esprit is.
Club Esprit is, we do a lot of different social activities, and we really try to get out into the community. Like we do bowling, we go to the movies, we oh my goodness, we go to plays. We do a lot of different things in the community, and people really get along with one another.
Now, what made you want to get involved in the program and go so far as to become president of Club Esprit?
Well, I had been in contact with Marianne Matthews, and she was telling me about there was going to be a kickoff over at Cape Cod Community College, and they were thinking of starting a group with people that had learning disabilities and stuff, and if I was interested, I could go to the rally, and I went to the rally, and I signed up for it, and it's changed my life for the better, and I'm a much happier person.
Why do you think it's so important to have that connection with a community that surrounds you? And why did that make you such a happier person?
Just being around the people and getting to know the Esprit members. People I've always enjoyed, I'm a people person and getting to know people, but interacting with people my age as well. There's a variety of ages. And just getting to be out there just in the community makes a big difference.
Very important and very inspiring to hear that story. Would you encourage others to get involved in the Esprit Club?
Yes, I would. You know, I want to get the word out, and I want people to know that there are different organizations they can get involved, and they can do social activities, and they can make new friends, and I think they're going to be happy once they join the club, when they find out how everyone's friendly and easygoing and just a great bunch of people.
Love it. Love that everyone is so welcoming. It sounds like a lot of fun. Is it tough to organize the Esprit Club?
It takes a lot of work, there's no question. It does. And each month we have a new calendar of events. It's all published on the website, which we hope people will review and take a look at and ask questions about. So each month the activities vary. Some are old favorites, others are new. We take advantage of what is going on in the community, and we create some of our own. And we hope that we provide a good range of things for people. Our membership now is about 40 people, and we would love to build that from here and encourage anybody to call. The application process for the club is quite simple. It's a one-page application and an interview. We would be happy to answer questions by phone, but it does take an interview in the application process to join. The application process for the support services is a little more involved. It is more of a full program. And that's because the services include a variety of assistance. We do help with all the food skill areas of meal planning and shopping and cooking, budgeting, money management to the extent that people can do that. And some do very, very well. Some are completely independent, like Kristen. We do help with adult health needs, depending on what people need. We do go to doctors, monitor medications, do referrals, counseling referrals, and so forth. We help with in-home maintenance and teach how to take care of your home and do all those good things. We do assistance with planning, organization, transportation, which is a big one here in the Cape for everybody, especially those who don't drive. And again, all of the benefit coordination that we just talked about.
I would think that the Esprit program not only helps individuals receiving help and assistance, but also their family members, because it must be so challenging at times. You have that parent, I have a child myself, and I would have a hard time expressing some things to her. She doesn't necessarily want to hear it from her mother, right? So this is, I'm sure, a blessing for both parents and individuals who are receiving the support.
Families do appreciate helping with all of those areas that become a burden, and we understand what it's like to raise a child, of course, with disabilities, and it doesn't go away after school. You have the rest of that adult's life to plan for and work with, so that's why we are very committed to working with families.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, sharing all about the Esprit Club and the Esprit program. We really appreciate it. Now, if someone is watching right now and saying, this really is something I need to investigate further, how can they reach you? I think you have a website.
We do. It's www.espritpfi.org. And our phone, if you happen to have a pen or pencil with you, is 508-862-1662. Our office is in Centerville on Falmouth Road, and that information is all on the website. And sometimes if you just want to talk initially to get a few basic questions answered first, that's fine.